Virgo, this is your December 2022 main monthly reading. For those of you who would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading with me, please look at the description box of the video and please read it carefully, okay? Be mindful of scammers and impersonators who are pretending to be me and other tarot card readers on the internet. If you see anything with my face and name on it, and it's not in the description of this video, it's not me. I am not responding to people in the comments with a WhatsApp number. That is not me reaching out to people on Facebook or Instagram, okay? There's only one way to get a reading from me. That's through my website, and it's in the description of the video, okay? So I'm going to start this out with a 9-card spread. I'm going 2018 style on you. For my followers who have been with me for a while, I'm going back in time and I'm going 2018 on y'all. Let's take a look at past, present, and future. Messages for December 2022. Okay, the Ace of Wands in the reverse. So it seems like things are moving really, really slow. It feels like. Usually, you know what I've learned on my journey though? When things feel like they're moving slow, that's when they're moving the fastest. Yup. Oh, trust me. Okay, ooh, the King of Wands. So, in the past, you connected with somebody, and I feel like it was unrequited love. Yeah, and see, the thing about it is when you first connected with this person, I think you could feel it. You could tell that something was off. But you drove yourself crazy. It drove you insane. You could feel it at the pit of your core that something was wrong. Something was off here. I just feel like you were dealing with somebody. Maybe they were emotionally unavailable. I'm really feeling like for whatever reason, though, they weren't quite as into this as you were. Communication was horrible, too. Terrible. Communication, like, I just don't think this person communicated their feelings with you. And it may be because they genuinely didn't really have any. For real. And maybe you hung on to this a little bit too long, knowing that you should let it go, but you stayed around longer than you should have. Coming into the future, though, I do honestly feel like you're finally figuring out how to release this, let this go, and I think you're experiencing healing for the first time on this whole journey. Now, the funny thing about the healing path is that it's painful. That's what confuses people about the healing path. It's actually painful. A lot of people think that healing is supposed to be comfortable, and nothing could be further from the truth. As a matter of fact, if you are comfortable, you're not healing, you're hiding. The actual process of healing is not a fun, comfortable process. It's not. It's painful, it hurts. We're having to admit things to ourselves that we really don't want to admit to. And usually, what is that? We were fooled, right? Usually, that's one of the biggest things we have to admit to ourselves on the healing journey is we were fooled. So I think that somebody might have got the best of you and played you like a fool in the past, and now you're finally just somehow able to let go and allow yourself to heal, okay? Moving into the future, though, I'm kind of feeling like you're on a path. This feels like present kind of blending into the future. Kind of feels like it's a little bit of a flat line. That's why things feel like they're moving so slow, because it doesn't really seem like you're visually seeing any changes from the present into the future, like into January and whatnot. It's going to kind of visually look like everything is staying the same and nothing is happening. Nothing could be further from the truth. I think that your patience is being tested. Your patience and your trust in the universe and the process is being tested. But it's making you I just see nervousness coming from you. Major nervousness. You're very antsy, uneasy, not really trusting the process. But you are headed towards a brand new start. It's just that when we can't see the evidence, and you being an earth sign, this is one of your struggles. This is one of your weaknesses, okay? Every sign has its strengths and its weaknesses. And one big weakness of earth signs, or people with a very heavy earthly influence, is they need to see the evidence. I need to see the proof and the factual data that supports that something is happening, you know? I have moon and rising in Virgo, okay? So I might poke at you just a little bit extra because I'm right there with y'all. I'm on y'all's team, you know? But since you're not really seeing any evidence of anything changing or evolving, you may be apt to believe that nothing is happening. Nothing could be further from the truth. Let's take a look at the outcome, though. Let's take a look at the outcome here. What is the overall primary outcome for Virgo in December? Ooh, the night. See, I told you. Things are moving faster than you know. Much faster than you know. Two more shuffles. Okay. Ooh, you know what? You may end up getting an apology. You very well may end up getting an apology. Overall, though, you are starting a brand new cycle. Yeah, I feel like you're connecting with somebody new. Yeah, see, the universe has somebody new in mind for you. And this energy right here is what you need to be worried about dealing with right now. Okay? Because right now, you're carrying a lot of vibrational baggage on your shoulders. A lot of tension is blasting off of you. And I mean, that's just kind of Virgo nature in general. You know, like I said, moon and rising. There are some days where my Aquarius sun goes flying out the window and I'm just Virgo 100%, you know. And especially when we get serious, you know what I'm saying? No bullshit, no games. I mean, we are just blasting the most serious, no bullshit, you know. And then it can kind of tend to make people a little, you know, man. You just walk into a room and people are like, whoa, you are filling up the room with this really intense Virgo energy. It's very intense, you know? You got to think, mutable earth. What's mutable mean? Movable, changeable. Why would the earth be movable and changeable unless there was an earthquake? You ever thought about that? Okay. Anyway, though, yes. Overall, I do think that you will end up being connected with somebody new, is what is happening. You might end up with an apology. Okay, you might end up getting that opportunity to extend or accept whatever apologies may be due between you and a past person. Whoever the past person is, though, if you're wondering if communication's happening, it doesn't look like it. I do see them stalking the hell out of you, though. I do see this past person sitting around watching you. And again, doors hanging wide open for an apology. I don't know if you're going to take it or not. I don't. But yeah, you're being prepared for your next person. You are being vibrationally aligned for the next person to come in. But it just seems like things are moving slow. Seems like things are moving super, super slow. Let's get the advice. We're going to do the advice and then move on to general messages. What's the advice? What's the advice? Seven of Cups in the reverse. So don't go running around looking for a new relationship right now. I think closure is your number one priority. Okay? Now, let's talk a little bit about closure because this is really important. I think one of the first things that's really important to understand is that nobody can bring you closure. Nobody can. That's not the way it really works. Now, ideally, in a perfect world, yes, it would be nice if the two people could come together, hash things out, shake hands, and let bygones be bygones. But even if that's what happens, let's say that is the case. Let's say you and this person end up in communication and you work things out. It's not them that brought you the closure. You're still the one that did it. Because you ultimately are the one who decides whether or not to close the cycle out in your heart after that conversation happens. You're the one that does that. Because you could easily still say, you know what? No. There's still unfinished business with me and you. You could easily make that decision. And even if they try to close things out with you and hash things out with you, if you decide to believe that there's unfinished business, then there's unfinished business. You know what I'm saying? So, having said that, it's very important to understand that for those of you who just really don't want to talk to this person, you really don't want to, I understand. I totally get it, dude. Then you got to figure out how to do that in here yourself. Yep, you sure does. You sure does. And the process isn't as daunting of a task as it may sound. Now, I know I say that a lot about a lot of different things, but it really isn't. It really isn't. You are the one who is in charge of assigning meaning to your life experiences. You're the one that does that. You do that. Nobody else can do that for you. Does that make sense? So basically, what was the meaning of that experience? Whatever it was, no matter how toxic it was, no matter how disappointing it was, why was it meant to happen? What was the meaning behind that experience? You tell me. What did you learn from that experience? How can you take whatever wisdom was gained from that experience and extract it and apply it to your life? If you can figure out how to do that, you'll find your meaning. And when you find the meaning of the situation and the experience, that's when you find closure. That's when you take a look back and you start to say, oh, you know what? I'm actually feeling like that happened with that person for a specific reason. And I see the reason. It makes sense as to why it happened the way that it happened. So I'm good with it. I'm not mad at you anymore. I wouldn't go back and change it even if you put a time machine in front of me right now. I wouldn't. Does it make sense? But, with the Ace of Swords in the reverse, I wouldn't just randomly reach out to this person until you know exactly how you're going to communicate with them. I wouldn't do that. Also, too, you need to know this person has not changed. So if it's been a long time since you've talked to them and you don't really remember, you might want to do some digging because this person has not changed. But yeah, don't just randomly reach out to them if you're going to reach out to them. Not until you know exactly how you're going to approach them, okay? All right, general messages. General messages for Virgos. What general messages do we have for Virgo, universe? Oh, the Five of Swords. I'm kind of feeling like you have somebody around you can't trust. And something's telling me that you know exactly who I'm talking about. See, the Five of Swords is kind of sort of similar to the Seven of Swords. Kind of, it's like the sister energy. But what always comes to mind when I first see the Five of Swords is defeat at all cost. Meaning, I'm going to get what I want. Period. And I'll do anything to get it. I don't care what I have to do to get it. That's where it gets slippery. That's where it gets cringy and weird. You know, because guess what? I'm going to get exactly what I want too. But I'm not just going to do anything to get it. There are multiple different paths up the mountain. Don't let anybody try to tell you there's only one way to do anything, okay? But if you're the type of person that you don't give a damn what path you have to take up the mountain, get away from me. I don't want to be anywhere near you, you know? I don't care who I have to lie to, who I have to cheat, steal from, fuck over, manipulate. So you got somebody around you, probably at the workplace, that's a sneaky little snake in the grass. I think you know it, though, like I said. I think you know it. I think whenever you're around this person, it triggers your defenses anyway. You know? You all are typically pretty good at that. Most Virgos that I've met are very picky and choosy who they talk to. You know? You ever talk to a Virgo, they're kind of like cold and stern, and they just have this vibe about them that's like, you know, why are you talking to me? And it's kind of intimidating a little bit, you know what I mean? So like I feel like you know exactly who I'm talking about. I feel like it. You may have even had a couple of bad experiences with this person in the past too. Some of you could be traveling. It seems like there's something that you've really been wanting to do that you've been holding back. I don't know what it is. It's not telling me what it is, but it's telling me there's something you really, really, really been wanting to do. Like maybe a business you've been wanting to start, or a book you've been wanting to write, and you've just really been holding back. Okay? And maybe you've just been waiting on the right moment. For those of you who have some sort of idea in mind and you're waiting for the right moment, not seeing that right moment happening in December. And to be honest with you, that's the majority of the success path. That's the majority of it. Is that right moment ain't coming. I mean, there are always exceptions to the rule, but just because the exception is usually like a fraction of a percent. Okay? Very rarely do you end up feeling the right moment. Okay? If you got something that you want to do that is unlike anything you have ever done before, the universe isn't going to just come hand it to you. You gotta show the universe what you want, okay? And you gotta make the right moment. And it can usually sometimes be pretty sloppy, pretty silly looking, might be kind of embarrassing, might have people laughing at you, you might stumble and fall. It's okay. Fuck it, get back up and keep going. And you stumble and fall again, and everybody, I told you you're wasting your time. Get back up, go again, and just keep this, before you know, you'll be waving from the top. Yo! Let's get some general advice. General advice for Virgo. General advice. What general advice do we have for Virgo? General advice. Oh, okay. Walk away. I was just telling Leo something very similar. This isn't the exact same message that came through for Leo, but it's very similar. Walk away from drama. Now, I know that sounds cliche. Everybody says that they don't like drama and they walk away from drama. But if you sit back and observe, it kind of seems like 80% of the people who say they hate drama are fucking addicted to it. You know? You ever notice that? You ever noticed every other person that says, oh, I hate drama, is a fucking drama magnet and they're addicted to it? You ever notice that? So, yeah, don't just mouth the words. Literally walk away from drama. Okay? Like, walk away from it. That is, it's not going to do you any good. No, it's not. It's not going to serve you anything good. It's not going to give you any peace in life. You just won't be happy, man. You won't be a happy person. You see these people out here who are just addicted to drama, and they love drama. And they love to just gossip and sit around and talk shit and shove their nose in everybody else's business and talk about what she's wearing and talk about what he's doing and how much money he has and who she fucked and who he's fucking and this and that. Blah, 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 blah. They're miserable people, dude. Miserable people. They're miserable. Absolutely miserable. Put yourself around people who talk about goals, ideas, and success, not other people. Those are losers. That's what losers do. And that's cool. I mean, if they want to be losers, if that's what they came here to experience, then you let them experience that. But if you have bigger plans in mind for yourself, walk away from that. Okay? Walk away from that. Yeah, right now I feel like closing out unfinished business from the past is one of the most important things that you need to be worried about right now. Okay? And again, when I say that, that does not mean that you have to pick up your phone right now and hit them up in their message box if you don't want to. I mean, if you want to, that does alleviate a lot. That actually does really alter the trajectory of your path big time. You don't think it would. You don't think it would, I know. But you just simply pulling this person's profile up and saying, yo, I just want to let you know we cool. We're cool. I apologize for what I did. I forgive you for what you did. Just want to let you know. And you hit send. You have no idea the quantum leap in timelines that does for you. But you don't have to do that. Because I know there's some of you who are dealing with a person that would not be a good idea for you to reach out to, because they'll just latch on to you and try to suck you dry like a leech. Okay? Well then, finding that closure in your heart is going to be very important. Okay? All righty. I feel like those were the messages that my Virgo friends needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this reading here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Thank you again for the love, support, and positive feedback that you guys show me every single time I get on here and do this. Makes my job worthwhile here on YouTube, y'all. I greatly appreciate you. Don't forget to look in the description of this video if you would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading. And I'm out of here now, y'all. Thanks again for tuning in. I'll see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. Stay blessed.